Beyond our financial reserves, I'm grateful that we have been able to tap on the deep reserves of strength and resourcefulness of our people. Without the strength, resourcefulness, trust of our people, all the right measures won't be worth the dollar tag on them. But with this, our combined strength is worth so much more. Our healthcare workers, home team officers, cleaners, and many other unsung heroes have carried out their duties with commitment and courage. They have had a very tough time. They have to stay alert and careful while working long hours and over weekends. It is very moving that our people recognize this and pour out strong support for them. Many Singaporeans have made videos and written letters of appreciation to spur our frontline workers. Students and staff from UT Primary School who made personalized cards and a video to show support and appreciation for the frontline staff of various hospitals and our police officers. And there are many others like them. Just last week, applause rang out across our heartlands at 8 p.m. on 30th March as Singaporeans came together to give those on the front lines a round of applause as part of our Clap for Singapore, Clap for SG United campaign. And this applause was also for everyone who has been helping to keep Singapore safe during this tough time. Indeed, our national stock of resilience is made up of all our individual stocks of resilience. Ultimately, the long-drawn fight against the virus will be won by us standing together as one united people. Cases are creeping up, and as Mr. Vikram Nair put it, we must each do our part. This is absolutely serious, a matter of life and death. This has been an extremely hectic period for me, Minister Lawrence Wong and Minister Indrani Raja, and all my cabinet colleagues. I'm grateful to my staff in MOF, many of them young or with young families. They have been working tirelessly for almost 10 weeks now, from Ponga to Valentine's Day to the Chinese New Year and over many weekends. It is the first time that MOF officers have had to prepare 3 budgets within 48 days. It is not only hectic, it has been emotional. We know what is at stake: our lives, our livelihoods, our loved ones, our home and nation. I know people like to call us at MOF bean counters because we are always counting the costs and benefits of things. We count because you count. We weigh up our reserves of strength, measure out the right actions to help our people and businesses, pace ourselves to go the distance, and save for the future. We count to protect our people and our home. So I thank my staff and my colleagues for running this race together with me. I could not have asked for a better team, and I thank their families for their understanding. You should be very proud of your loved ones who are giving their everything in the public service. I also thank members of this House who bring the honesty and resilience not only into this chamber, but also into our fight on all fronts against COVID-19. I'm especially heartened that fellow Singaporeans and MPs show strong values and commitments to our future. Let me just share a few examples. After I announced the resilience budget, Ms. Tan wrote to me, saying that she's touched that we are tapping into the reserves built up by earlier generations. She then went on to urge that we must work to put back what we are going to use so that future generations have emergency funds for the next crisis. Several others also did so. Members such as Mr. Chia Shi Lu and Ms. Ting Pei Ling have also come forward to urge us not to spend in an unbridled fashion from the reserves, even in today's situation. Indeed, as we draw down on our reserves to tackle the generational crisis of unprecedented scale, we must uphold our responsibility to steward our reserves properly in our time for the benefits of our future generations. Yesterday, Minister Khaw Boon Wan shared the story of his primary 2 granddaughter, who had been urging his wife and their helper to put on masks and to observe safe distancing. And less than 24 hours ago, when I was here in this chamber delivering the solidarity budget, a young mother was at home watching it live together with her daughter. The mother later wrote to me saying that afterwards, her daughter asked her, "Will Singapore become bankrupt?" I was surprised and glad that her daughter and Minister Kaw's granddaughter could understand such values at such a young age. As adults, let us uphold our values and not let our children and future generations down. It is precisely for them that my team and I are determined to exercise fiscal discipline and prudence. The mother who wrote to me asked for an answer for her daughter. Will Singapore become bankrupt? No, we will never let Singapore become bankrupt.